Hey, climate and society. I've got a bone to pick with you. You've been all over the internet talking about how CO2 and all is causing the warming trends we're seeing on the planet, but I don't buy it. The climate has always changed. Plus, anyway, I've heard it's actually Earth's orbit that's causing these wonky temperature changes.
Earth's orbit changes shape, known as eccentricity. Sometimes it's closer to the sun and sometimes it's farther. Little wobbles in the orbit can cause some climactic changes. Milankovitch cycling can lead to glaciation. In record CO2, sometimes like the temp change. This is cause cooling can impact carbon absorption. Feedback loops, ice age, orbital forcing. But in recent centuries, this force has not changed much.
We're seeing temps get higher, but we hope you're learning that it's not Earth's turning. We're seeing temps get higher, but it's our burning that's doing the warming.
Well, I also heard it's the sun. Have you checked the sun recently?
The sun does in fact heat our nations, gives us shortwave radiation. In the course of history, we've seen it fluctuate. Solar radiance does an 11-year dance, but its magnitude on climate we often conflate. Solar flux varies up to about 1 watt per square meter, which only accounts for 0.01 degrees C. This can impact certain regions, not for longer than some seasons. Globally, it makes no sense. Also, nights are warmer.
We're seeing temps get higher, but it's not worsening cause of solar forcing. We're seeing temps get higher. Sometimes the sun is bright, it doesn't mean you're right.
Okay, well, if it's not the sun, then it's gonna be the volcanoes. Have you seen all the stuff they spew into the air? Volcanoes, global warmers. Case closed.
Volcanic eruption, gas and dust ejection, aerosols scatter. Some shortwave radiation causes cooling effects. If they're high in the tropics, volcanoes cannot explain current rising temperatures. Anthropogenic aerosols, they also help to make temps fall. This may sound like a good thing, but pollution is still bad. They change our radiative balance by blocking shortwave radiation, masking warming, causing illness. We're having bad hair days.
We're seeing temps get higher, but volcanoes and aerosols aren't at fault at all. We're seeing temps get higher. They're negative cooling forces, they are warming sources.
Sure. We can all agree that pollution is bad. But what about deforestation?
Dark things absorb radiation, light things reflect it back to space. Reflectivity of land is called albedo. Our land use cuts down dark green forests, making lighter spaces for us. Increasing albedo creates a cooling forcing. Reservoirs sometimes sweat, irrigation makes land wet. Wetness impacts heat flux, guess you're out of luck.
We're seeing temps get higher, but we hope you're learning that it's not our building. We're seeing temps get higher, but it's our burning that's doing the warming.
If it's none of those things, what could possibly be behind all of this warming?
Emitting greenhouse gases keeps long-wave energy here. Methane, nitrous oxide, HFC, CO2. Travel, food, industry, fashion, these are big emitting sectors. Incoming energy is greater than outgoing. CO2 concentrations accelerate warming feedbacks. Atmosphere gets taller, stratosphere gets colder. Not enough heat lost to space, too much getting trapped within. Fossil fuel emissions are responsible for warming trends.
We're seeing temps get higher. It's the greenhouse gases that warm up the masses. We're seeing temps get higher, and they'll keep climbing on as fossil fuels burn on and on and on and on. We're seeing temps get higher, but we hope you're learning that it's not Earth's turning. We're seeing temps get higher. Sometimes the sun is bright, it doesn't mean you're right. We're seeing temps get higher, but we hope you're learning that it's not our building. We're seeing temps get higher, but volcanoes and aerosols aren't at fault at all. We're seeing temps get higher, It's the greenhouse gases that warm up the masses. We're seeing temps get higher, and they'll keep climbing on as fossil fuels burn on.
Well, you've opened my eyes. I guess I could have done that research myself, but I learned the best through catchy Billy Joel songs. Thanks, Climate and Society.